counsels for Hardeman and Whaley, your appearances, please, followed by the people.
I'll start, Your Honor, then. Devin Schultz on behalf of the people.
Thank you. Go ahead, Madam Counsel.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Nicole Smith, B71404, appearing on behalf and with Mr. Bailey.
And good afternoon, Your Honor. Bobby Silver, appearing on behalf of Mr. Jamarion Hardeman, who is present in court to my right.
All right. I want to thank everyone for that. I just have some minor instructions for our observers in the courtroom. Remember that you're in a courtroom foremost, and I would appreciate that. I'd appreciate if you not try to interact with the defendants, make any noises or comments. If I find that you're disrupting this process, you will be asked to leave the courtroom. You're not to be doing any filming from your phone, as that is not allowed in my courtroom. But again, you're welcome, and I thank you for being here this afternoon. All right, do we have any stipulations prior to testimony?
Yes, Your Honor, thank you. We approached the bench and thank you for entertaining our request to continue the exam, specifically as it relates to Mr. Whaley this week for one witness that was unavailable today. It's my understanding that Ms. Smithson and Mr. Whaley are going to be stipulating to continuing that exam on Wednesday morning. That is correct, Your Honor. I had the opportunity to speak to my client about it, and we would stipulate to continuing Wednesday morning.
Okay, and that's on behalf of Mr.
Whaley.
Mr. Whaley to the August 6th at 9 o'clock. Madam Counsel for Hardeman, is that correct?
Thing to do with my client. I thought we were going to conclude.
If you choose to, we can conclude at the end of proofs today, but if you are stipulating to what the offer of proofs, if the officer was here as it pertains to your client.
I think that it just relates to Ms. Smithson's client. I don't think anything that her client said could be used against my
Okay,
client.
all right, correct.
Thank you.
Okay, so at the conclusion, if you if people are moving to bind over as to her client, then we'll do that today.
Thank you,
And
Your
then
Honor.
the only person that defendant will be coming back exam will be Madam Whaley, Mr. Whaley, correct?
For Mr. Whaley, yes.
For Mr. Whaley on August 6, 2025 at 9 o'clock. Okay, with that in mind, any stipulations to any exhibits, photographs, or any video evidence?
Your Honor, I've provided a copy of the People's Proposed Exhibits for today, Exhibits 1 through 10, to both defense counsel and the bench. I don't believe at this time there is a stipulation for admission, but perhaps as we go through the testimony.
Okay, are there any stipulation into any factual basis prior to any facts not in evidence just yet?
Not today.
Okay, all right,
Your Honor.
hold on. Any motions?
Your Honor, I do not have an officer in charge today, so in terms of sequestration, I don't have a witness that would apply to that. I do believe one of the defendants' family members who could be a witness has already been removed from the courtroom.
That is correct, Judge. There is a possibility of Mother Chantamik Hardeman might be called as a witness. I have her removed. She has left the courtroom.
Okay. Madam Counsel?
My understanding, there's no one here for Mr. Whaley that would be calling a trial, so I agree with him.
All right, thank you.
Needs to be.
Wonderful. With that in mind, people, call your first witness. Oh, sorry, you have something else further.
I did have something else.
Yes, go
Your
ahead,
Honor, sorry.
Counsel.
I would respectfully request that my client's right hand be.
Oh,
free
please
to use my-
unlock their writing hand for both defendants. And did you need anybody needed a pad and pen? Madam Counsel, you have a pad and pen for your client?
I do, Your Honor.
What about, do you need a pad and pen, Madam Counsel?
Oh, no, I have one. Thank you
Okay,
so much, Judge.
thank you. All right, with all that in mind, people, call your first witness.
Thank you, Your Honor. At this time, we will call Detective Robert Bader. If I may.
You may. Portia, on Mr. Whaley, can you make sure that gets on the, that they know he's coming back? That paperwork gets over to the county. Okay. Deputy, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
You swear affirm to tell the truth and nothing but the truth in this matter?
I do, Your Honor.
Okay, upon being seated comfortably, state and spell your first and last name for the record for me.
Detective Robert Bader, Robertbader.
Thank you. Madam Counsel.
Thank you, Judge. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Could you please state your name for the record?
Detective Robert Bader,
And Detective Bader, how are you currently employed?
employee with the Oakland County Sheriff's Office.
Do you have a particular role at the Oakland County Sheriff's Office?
Yes, currently I'm a detective assigned to the Pontiac substation. I'm also currently assigned out as a task force officer for the gun violence task force with the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives.
How long have you been with the task force?
The task force is about approximately 4 years now,
And how long have you been a detective?
just over 4 years.
Prior to becoming a detective, were you a deputy with the Pontiac substation?
Yes, I'm approaching my 9th year with the Sheriff's Office, and before then I did 6 years as a police officer, City of Hamtramck.
And in your capacity as a police officer, both as a deputy and as a detective, you had the opportunity to investigate crimes involving a firearm.
Yes,
All right, were you working, sir, on June 3rd of 2025?
in the daytime, yes.
And at some point during that day, did you become aware of an incident at the UWM sports complex?
Yes, that incident happened after our shift had already ended for DB, but I was made aware that an incident did occur.
Okay, so what time did your shift end that day?
We go till about 3. 7 to 3 is our normal DB shift.
And
And
what
for the
time
record,
was-
can we not use acronyms for the UWM? please?
Yes, and would you please tell us what UWM stands for, if you're familiar?
That stands for United Wholesale Mortgage.
And where is that located for the record? Is that
all-
in the city of Pontiac?
Yes, all of South Boulevard almost now.
Thank you.
It's in the city of Pontiac, in the county of Oakland?
That is correct, yes.
So your shift ended that day at 3 p.m. About what time did you learn about an incident occurring at the sports complex?
Later on that evening, after the incident happened, I was made aware, I believe we had a phone call that there was a fight that had occurred at the graduation
Judge,
ceremony.
I'm going to object to that as being hearsay.
I'm going to allow for investigatory purposes and effect upon the hearer as to what, if anything, did he do in response? Overruled.
Thank you, Judge.
Your Honor,
Your objection is so noted. Unless you have a different objection.
well, my objection is it couldn't have been for investigatory purposes when he wasn't at work.
Your Honor, if I may.
Let him explain it. Again, overruled. Continue.
Thank you, sir. So Detective Bader, you received information about the incident that occurred at the sports complex. Did you go to the sports complex?
That day, no.
Okay. Did you find yourself to be involved in any sort of investigatory follow-up?
Yes.
How so?
The next day, we met with the United Wholesale Mortgage security team to begin obtaining, reviewing their security camera footage from the incident.
Now, before we get there, you stated we. Were you working with a partner at that time?
Yes.
Who was that?
Detective Mounts.
Did you actually physically go to the sports complex to review that footage?
Their footage is based in their security office, which is not in the sports complex. It's all interconnected. If no one knows, UWM is a massive sprawling complex now. Their security office is actually on the south side of South Boulevard off of Ring Road.
And so were you yourself and Detective Mounts given access to the security footage from June 3rd?
Correct, yes. We sat down with their security team and assisted them in the dates and times and camera angles that we needed, and they downloaded that for us and provided it to us.
Were you able to download several video clips or portions of surveillance that were relevant to your investigation?
Yes, we were.
And were they accurate to date and time for June 3rd of 2025?
Yes, they have embedded timestamps in the video files that were provided.
Now, at this point in time, were you familiar with the nature of the fight and the incident that had happened afterwards at the sports complex?
Yes.
And so when you reviewed those clips and downloaded the surveillance footage, did it appear to you to match the timestamps that you knew from the investigation?
Yes, it did.
And were there any sort of modifications or manipulation that you were made aware of as it relates to those surveillance videos?
That was made by the UWM staff? Or?
Yes, were there?
No.
Were there any sort of cursors or zooming in on those video clips?
Initially, they had provided screen recorded clips just as a preliminary for us to have in assisting in identifying where evidence was and the people that are involved. After that, we just obtained the actual raw, unedited video footage from them.
And did the clips and the unedited footage match up?
Correct. It just wasn't any of the manual zooming that they had screen recorded.
Okay, now we had mentioned earlier before we get to these video clips and screenshots that you had learned that there was a fight that had broken out at the sports complex, correct?
Yes.
Did you become aware of whether or not there were any weapons involved in that incident?
Yes.
And how did you become aware of that?
I was also given to us as the report was being generated that they had recovered weapons from the scene. And then
You say they who?
deputies on scene, our supervisors that were on scene that were notifying other detectives in our task force just to be aware, because ultimately we were going to be assigned the report that day for follow-up.
Your Honor, I'm going to direct Your Honor and opposing counsel to what's been pre-marked as People's Proposed Exhibit 1.
And you may approach the witness.
Thank you. All right, detective, do you recognize what I just handed you there? Pre-marked People's Exhibit 1.
Yes.
And do you recognize that as a screenshot from the surveillance video we've been discussing?
Yes.
How do you recognize it as such?
This is a screenshot that I actually took from the security footage and also then placed the identifying marker text of individuals.
Okay, and is there a date and timestamp on that screenshot?
There is up in the upper left corner. It states 2025 June 3rd, 10:23:07, 8:52 p.m.
Is it a fair and accurate representation of the surveillance footage you watched?
Yes.
Your Honor, at this time, if people would move to admit People's Exhibit 1.
I have no objection.
So admitted People's 1.
May I publish up on the screen, Your Honor?
You may publish.
Thank you. All right, Detective Bader, I'm going to direct your attention to People's Exhibit 1 on the screen behind you.
If you need to stand up, you may do so, Deputy.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, if you could please, sir, first point out for us where you identified that time stamp and date stamp.
It's right up here in the upper left corner.
Let the record reflect that Detective Bader's testimony in the upper left corner. And sir, can you tell us what time this screenshot was taken?
You mean by the security or by him?
Or, I'm sorry, what time the surveillance footage indicates for this screenshot?
Reading it directly, it states 2025 June 3rd, 6:23:07, 8:52 p.m.
And do you recognize what we're looking at in this screen, the location?
Yes.
Where is this?
This is the main entrance that was being allowed for the side courtyard entrance from the parking lot. This is where security staff was screening people coming in, and then as you walk through, you approach the auditorium.
Okay, and so just to be clear, this would have been the main entry point into the graduation event at the sports complex that day?
Yes.
And did you in fact watch the video clip from this particular screenshot?
Yes.
Did you observe any security measures being taken by the sports complex for the entries into the graduation?
Yes. There's a individual in a black t-shirt up just to the right of the timestamp there. He's actually wanding and patting down anyone that's coming in
Okay.
with a metal detector.
Now, do you recognize any of the individuals who you learned to be involved with the weapons offense in this screenshot here?
I do, yes.
Could you please identify one of them for us?
The one in the white t-shirt with the blue surgical mask over his chin, that is Davion Whaley.
Now, Detective Bader, I see some what appears to be red text on the screen. Is that something that you added to the screenshot?
Yes,
And what does the red text say over that individual?
Davion Whaley.
Okay, now could you please identify for us, if you're able to, anybody else of interest to your investigation?
The individual in a black t-shirt with a black kind of skull cap on and some multi-design shorts just to the right of Mr. Whaley. That is Jamarion Hardiman.
You said multi-design shorts. Could you please identify a particular color?
It's like red, black, white.
And again, do you see the red text that you've added there?
Correct, just up above his shoulder there.
Now, you stated, Detective, that you recognize these two individuals as Vivian Whaley and Martin Hardman. Had you had prior interactions with them before without telling us what they were?
Yes, I have.
Okay, and was that before this date of June 3rd, 2025?
Yes,
Do you see Mr. Whaley in court today?
I do.
Could you please identify a piece of clothing and a location that he's sitting for the record?
He's wearing a blue OCJ jumpsuit. He's seated in between the counsel.
And do you see Mr. Hardman in court today?
I do.
Could you please identify same for him?
Same blue OCJ jumpsuit. He's seated just to the left of his counsel.
Let the record reflect this witness is identified, defendant Whaley and defendant Hardeman in this matter.
Thank you, Your Honor. All right, now, Detective Bader, in your training and experience, having investigated firearm crimes, when you watched this first surveillance video that the screenshot came from, did you identify whether or not any of these individuals appeared to be armed?
Based on this footage, no.
Why do you say that?
They don't appear to have any heavy weighted pockets or L-shaped imprints in their clothing, and also they were bonded by security staff, which a firearm would have been easily flagged as from a metal detector.
Detective Bader, did you observe any footage from the actual fight that occurred inside of the sports complex that day?
Yes,
And when you observed that footage, were you able to determine whether or not the outfits for Mr. Whaley and Mr. Hardman changed in any way?
yes, they did not though.
Okay. I would like to direct your attention, opposing counsel on the bench, to People's Proposed Exhibit 2. in the packet there. Detective Bader, do you recognize People's Proposed Exhibit 2 as another screenshot and surveillance footage on that day?
Yes,
And how do you recognize it?
this is a screenshot again that I took from the security camera footage from United Wholesale Mortgage. This is now of the exterior parking lot of the sports complex, which is located on the north side of the building.
And is this a screenshot that depicts Mr. Hardman and Mr. Whaley?
Yes,
Is this a fair and accurate representation of the surveillance footage that people get from?
yes,
Your Honor, this time I move to admit People's Proposed 2.
Any board there, Madam Counsel?
No objection.
Any board there, Madam
I have
Counsel?
no objection.
So admitted, people's number 2.
May I publish on the screen, Your Honor?
You may publish.
All right, Detective Bader, I'm directing your attention to the screen behind you. Could you please first identify for us the timestamp and the date stamp on this screenshot?
again, it's still in the upper left corner. It's still reading 2025, June 3rd, and now we are at 6:45:18 p.m.
And Detective Bader, based on your knowledge of the case and your review of the footage, is this screenshot before, after, or during that altercation at the sports complex?
This is
I have to object because, first of all, we haven't heard any testimony about any altercation that took place at the sport, or whatever place yet. That's number one. Number two, it sounds like the officer is just giving testimony based on what he viewed in a video, which would be inappropriate for people versus family. That would be for the fact finder to determine what's going on in the video, not for the officer to tell us. So those are my two objections.
Overruled, this officer has already testified that he was only summoned there because they are investigating a possible shooting and a fight altercation at the United Wholesale Mortgage. So I disagree with you, but you have anything else? Hold on, madam. You have anything else you want to add, Madam Prosecutor?
Just for the record, Your Honor, I would indicate that there has already been testimony that there was a fight that occurred. And my question was specifically as to whether or not this screenshot from the surveillance footage occurred temporally before, after, or during the fight. So it's not to defense counsel's point reiterating or summarizing the exact contents of the fight itself.
I agree. Anything further, Madam Counsel?
No, Judge, thank you.
Overruled. Thank you. You may answer the question.
This is after.
Okay, and Detective Bader, do you see Mr. Hardman in this image?
I do.
Could you please identify him?
Can I stand up and
Yes,
point your eye?
please.
He is shed his black t-shirt. He is standing right here, just to the right of Mr. Whaley.
And for the record, Detective Bader has identified the individual second in from left wearing a white tank top and those same shorts from the prior screenshot. Is that accurate, sir?
That is correct, yes.
You also pointed to Mr. Whaley. Were you gesturing to the individual immediately to the right of Mr. Hardman?
Correct. Wearing the white tank and blue shorts with the surgical mask over his chin still.
Now, Detective Bader, was there a vehicle that can be seen in this screenshot that was of any interest to you in your investigation?
Yes, the silver Hyundai four-door sedan that is just below them, with the windows down.
And would that be the vehicle that's in the middle of the screen, is that fair to say?
Correct, in between the black SUV and the white SUV.
Okay. I would like to direct your attention, opposing counsel on the bench, to People's Proposed Exhibit 3. And Your Honor, this is a video. I may just pull it up for identification purposes before admission.
Sure.
Thank you. Okay, Detective Bader, do you recognize what's up on the screen there as People's Exhibit 3?
I do.
How do you recognize it?
This is, well, right now it's not playing, but this is a still shot of a portion of the video from that same camera angle we were just looking. That camera has the ability to pan and move independently. I believe at the time the UWM staff was actively in control of it, trying to monitor situation, the subjects that were involved.
Do you see a time and date stamp on this video?
I do. It's a little hard to see up there, but it does state it's 6-3-2025 at 6:48:43 p.m.
Your Honor, this time I would admit this is Exhibit 3. It's an approximately 1 minute long video clip.
Madam Counsel, any objection of voir dire? Madam Counsel, any objection of voir dire?
No objection.
So admitted. People's number 3.
Thank you. Detective Bader, before I play this video, could you tell us if you're able to whether or not you see Mr. Hartman or Mr. Cooley in this video?
I do observe Mr. Hardiman.
Can you tell us where we can see him?
He's
Please stand up and.
right in the center of the screen right now. He's the white tank with his black shorts.
Thank you. I'm going to play the video now. Your Honor.
Judge, I would like a continuing objection under People versus Fomby as to the officer narrating what's in photographs are in video.
So noted.
Thank you.
Would you like a response on that, Your Honor?
No. Oh,
Okay. Thank you. Now, Detective Bader, that video clip just ended. I believe I saw a cursor on the screen up there. Could you please tell us, was that something that was added by detectives when you were downloading the video, or would that have come from somewhere else?
That ultimately would have been from the screen recording footage that I believe the UWM staff was using at the time just to highlight the area where action was happening.
Thank you. Your Honor, I'm going to direct Your Honor and opposing counsel to People's Proposed Exhibit 4. And we're going to pull it up on the screen without playing it yet, just for identification purposes. Okay. Detective Bader, do you recognize what's on the screen as People's Exhibit 4?
I do. Oh, sorry. I do.
And do you recognize this again as one of the surveillance footage angles that you would review for this case?
Yes.
Could you please tell us what the time and date stamp indicate?
6/3/25 at 6:49:00 p.m.
And I'm going to play, or I'm going to move for the admission of People's Exhibit 4 now.
any objections, Madam Counsel?
No objection.
Any objections, Madam Counsel?
None other than already stated.
Number 4, so admitted.
And Your Honor, I'll play it now if I may. Detective Bader, I'm going to pause the video here about 21 seconds in. Do you see Mr. Hardiman in this video?
I do.
Could you please identify him for us?
Towards the bottom center of the screen, he's again with his white tank top, black design pants, and he's carrying a backpack.
And would you please identify, if you notice him on the screen, Mr. Whaley?
Mr. Whaley is just behind him with white tank top, blue shorts, and his blue surgical mask running behind him.
Okay, I'm going to continue the video. Detective Bader, we just watched this video clip where you identified Mr. Hardman and Mr. Whaley. Based on your training and experience, when you watched this video, did Mr. Whaley appear in any way to be armed?
Yes.
And why do you say that?
When he's running, he is consistently holding his front waistband from what appears to be a heavy object. And as he gets closer, there appears to be a black object, L-shaped, that has almost like a handle sticking out from his waistband. Based on my training experience, that's consistent with a pistol, a handgun.
Okay, and I'm going to, just for fun of it, back up the video here to about 29 seconds. Detective Bader, can you please point for us where you're seeing what you described as the handgun pistol, or the handgun grip?
This black object sticking right out of his shorts waistband. As you can see, he's using his left hand to support that object in his waistband as he was running back.
Thank you. And I'm going to direct everyone's attention again to People's Proposed Exhibit 5. And I'm going to pull it up on the screen without playing it yet, for notification. Detective Bader, do you recognize what's up on the screen behind you, sir?
I do.
How do you recognize it?
This is another still shot of video from the security footage provided to us by United Wholesale Mortgage. This is now of the front parking lot, which would be on the south side of the sports complex, and it runs along South Boulevard.
Where in relation to the prior video would this parking lot be, if you're familiar?
It would be on the exact opposite side of the building. The first parking lot we were just looking at in the last video is the north parking lot. This is the south parking lot now.
And do you see a date and time stamp on this video?
I do.
Could you please tell us what date and time?
It is June 3rd, 2025, 6:47 p.m.
Your Honor, this time I move for the admission of People's Exhibit 5.
Any objections, Madam Council, number 5? Madam Council,
None other than our statement, thank you.
so admitted.
Thank you, Your Honor. Detective Bader, before I play the video, do you identify the suspect vehicle that we were discussing previously in this video?
Yes, it is this vehicle right here, as you see, occupants getting out.
And when you say this vehicle right here, you need to give us more of a descriptor
It's a silver high-end four-door sedan.
and let the record reflect Detective Bader gestured to the silver four-door sedan that's in the left side of the travel lane there. I'm going to play the video now. All right, Detective Bader, I paused the video briefly here at about 3 seconds in. Do you see Mr. Hardman on the screen?
Not yet, no.
Okay, and do you see Mr. Whaley on the screen?
Yes.
Could you please tell us where you see Mr. Whaley?
Mr. Whaley is currently this individual running westbound in the parking lot.
I'm going to continue the video. Pausing now at about 5 seconds in. Do you see Mr. Hardman on the screen?
I do now, yes.
Could you please tell us where you see him?
He's the last occupant that just exited the Hyundai. He is right here.
Now, before I continue the video, Detective Bader, I've asked you a lot of questions here about whether or not you were able to identify Mr. Hardman and Mr. Whaley in these videos. How are you making that identification when you watch these videos?
There's other portions and angles of the video where that zoom in more closely on them. You can see their facial features. It's also, they're still wearing the same exact clothing. That hasn't changed since the last portions of video. When you, just knowing of what I've viewed of all the footage in totality, it follows the Hyundai in the vehicle from this point back as they went down the side of the east side of the building from where they originally were in that previous clip.
And when you say they, are you referring to Mr. Hardman and Mr. Whaley?
Correct.
Okay, we're going to continue the video here. Okay, Detective Bader, I want to ask you first about Mr. Whaley, and I'm going to back the video up to you about the 4-second mark. I'm going to play the video from the 4-second mark, but in your training and experience, when you watch this video, did Mr. Whaley appear in any way beyond in this video?
Yes.
What makes you say that?
Again, he's still running with his hands, attempting to conceal an object in his waistband. And as he moves closer to a separate camera angle, you actually can still see that black object that appears to be an black L-shaped object similar to a handgun or pistol.
Okay. And at any point in the vehicle, did your assessment of that in your training and experience change?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that last one.
At any point during this video, did your assessment of whether or not Mr. Whaley could be armed in your training and experience change?
No.
I'm going to play the video again. And now, Detective Bader, I'm going to back the video up once more, and I would like to direct your attention at the 4-second mark to Mr. Hardiman. Was there anything when you watched this video that was of note to you from an investigative standpoint for Mr. Hardiman?
Yes. Initially, when he exits the Hyundai, he's carrying that backpack. And then as he passes in between the two white SUVs that are parked right here, he appears to duck down out of sight for a moment. And then as he emerges from between the SUVs onto the sidewalk, he no longer has possession of the backpack.
I'm going to play the video from the 4-second mark. All right, I'm going to direct the court's attention and opposing counsel to People's Proposed Exhibit 6. I'm going to pull it up on the screen without playing it yet for identification. All right, again, Detective Bader, do you recognize People's Proposed Exhibit 6?
I do, yes.
How do you recognize it?
This is a portion of video that I had watched from the security camera footage provided by UWM.
Now, you were describing for us that there's different camera angles. What camera angle would this be?
This is a camera angle further west from that last camera angle we were watching. That first camera angle would essentially be, this is the corner, the southeast corner of the sports complex. The camera faces in a southwest direction. This is that pass through for the parking lot that we were just watching. This is like a half semicircle turnabout to get into one of the main entrances to the sports complex. So this camera faces in a southeast direction, covering that same area just from a little bit further distance.
Let me ask you a more to the point question. Is this an opposite angle of People's Exhibit 5 that we just watched?
Essentially, yes.
And do you see a date and time stamp on this video?
I do.
Could you please tell us the date and time?
It is, again, June 3rd, 2025, 6:51, 00 p.m.
At this time, people move to admit People's Exhibit 6.
Madam Counsel,
No objection.
Madam Counsel,
None other than already stated.
People 6 is so admitted.
All right, Detective Bader, I'm going to play People's Exhibit 6 up on the screen. Detective, did you observe either Mr. Hardiman or Mr. Whaley in this video based on your review of all the footage?
Yes.
And where would you have seen Mr. Whaley or Mr. Hardiman?
Mr. Whaley was that individual that just walked from the grass area in between the parked cars, stuck down outside, now is walking in the traveling.
Is that a fair assessment?
Yes.
All right, Detective, at some point during the course of this investigation, did you interview Mr. Hardiman?
Yes.
And when you interviewed him, did you read him his Miranda rights?
He was read them, yes.
Your Honor, if we may briefly approach counsel on it. Just for an issue as it
Cut
relates
your
to the
mics.
first sentence.
Thank you.
She's talking about cut your mice. Hell, the mice already cut. Barely hear any of it.
Counsel, you may redirect the witness.
Detective Bader, did you ask Mr. Hartman whether or not he had been at UW United Wholesale Mortgage Sports Complex on June 3rd, 2025?
Yes,
And did Mr. Hartman tell you why he was there?
yes, he did.
What did he say?
He was attending the graduation ceremony.
Did you ask Mr. Hartman about being involved in any sort of fight or altercation at the ceremony?
Yes,
And what did he say?
he did admit to being in an altercation and a fight there.
Did you ask Mr. Hartman how he arrived at the sports complex that day and how he left?
Yes.
And what did he tell you?
He stated that he was dropped off by his mother, and then he stated that he was picked up by a rando, as he described it.
And let the record reflect that Detective Bader is using air quotes. Would that be R-A-N-D-O for rando?
Correct.
Did you ask Mr. Hartman about whether or not he had been hit by a vehicle that day?
Yes,
And what did he say?
he confirmed he was.
Did you ask Mr. Hartman specifically about the backpack that we saw in the surveillance footage?
Yes,
And what did he tell you about when he obtained or had that backpack?
he obtained it after being hit by the vehicle.
Did you ask Mr. Hartman about the contents of that backpack?
He denied knowing what was in there.
Did you ask Mr. Hartman specifically about any firearms that were recovered?
Yes,
And what did Mr. Hartman say?
he denied any knowledge of that.
And did you show Mr. Hartman any of the surveillance footage or screenshots that we discussed here today from UWM Sports Complex?
Yes,
And did he identify himself as the individual that we've been identifying as Mr. Hartman in the video?
he did, yes.
Thank you. Your Honor, I have no further questions for Detective Bader at this time.
6 was omitted, am I correct?
Yes, 1 through 6, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, which counsel wants to proceed with the cross?
Go ahead.
Hey, counsel, just for edification for the former record, state your name.
And you're gonna post this in 71404.
Thank you.
Mr. Whaley.
Thank you.
Detective Bader.
Aye.
You know, from the spirit, I can jump around a little bit.
It's okay.
So, just to be clear, you weren't there that day on June 3rd, correct?
Not for this incident directly, no.
Okay. So, and when you received a phone call about it, who was that phone call from?
I believe it was just a phone message from one of, I believe either Detective Mounts or one of the supervisors on scene, just letting us know this incident occurred.
Were they just telling you about it, or were they assigning you the case?
They were just informing us about it. It wasn't assigned to anyone at that point.
So when you were informed of it that evening, you were just being told, hey, this happened in Pontiac today, but you weren't being told about it as far as like, hey, this is an investigation you're gonna start tomorrow, correct?
It was under the presumption that it's involving firearms. Our task force is assigned any firearm related crime within Pontiac.
So they were giving you some indication that you will be having directives to investigate what happened at United Wholesale Mortgage?
Correct.
Thank you. Continue.
There's a lot of firearm crimes in Pontiac, correct?
But I
There
said
are,
at United
unfortunately.
Wholesale Mortgage. I didn't say the city of Pontiac, madam. Go ahead.
That was on my next question.
Okay, thank you.
There's a lot of firearm crimes in Pontiac.
Objection to relevance.
Yeah, and that's a broad question. Want to narrow it?
Your task force specifically investigates firearm crimes in Pontiac?
Yes.
How many's on your task force?
We have 4 task force officers, and we currently have 3 actual ATF special agents assigned to our task force.
Did you say ATF?
Yes.
Thank you.
So is that 7 total or 3 of the 4 are ATF?
There's 7 total members in our task force, 4 of which are task force officers. They're detectives with the sheriff's office, and 3 are special agents with the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms.
And does the task force get assigned every gun crime in Pontiac?
Generally, when we're on duty, some of the weekend arraignment ones, sometimes just if we're not available, those get assigned to regular detectives, or if we already have a high caseload, something like that.
So in general, yes,
Yes,
in general,
in general.
but not sometimes.
Correct. The vast majority we are assigned and responsible for.
Thank you.
You said that when you read, well, strike that. So the little clips that were just shown, those were examples of the manipulated and modified clips that the sports complex provided to the sheriff's department, correct? Like we saw the little cursor circling and things like that.
I believe so, yes. I wasn't the one that received those directly, but it's my understanding that they're screen recording from their monitor of them viewing the footage and then essentially pointing out things with their cursor and then zooming in and out to get more detail, I believe.
So when the sheriff's department obtained all the footage in its entirety, did they provide that to the?
I can't recall. I'm not the one that provided that. It'd be Detective Mounts.
And just, there was a little confusion. Which one is Mr. Whaley again?
Mr. Whaley is to, when I said the left, I meant my left.
Okay,
So Mr. Whaley is to counsel's right.
perhaps we'll do this right here.
Can you tell us the length of the hair?
That'd
of-
probably be
of
easier.
Mr. Whaley?
Mr. Whaley has about shoulder length braided hair, dreads.
And which one is Mr. Hartman?
He is the shorter braided hair at the end of the table.
Thank you. And just to clarify, Your Honor, he had referred to his last time in identifying Mr. Hardman, so we'd actually identified Mr. Whaley as both Hardman and Whaley, so.
Well, it would be
I'd
to
called
his
it
left.
counsel's left,
Yeah.
not my left, so.
The video where you state that they're walking into the, I guess, auditorium area, they're walking into the sports complex, they're being security London.
Yes.
You don't believe either young man was carrying a weapon?
At that point, I don't see any indication that there's carrying of a firearm. Again, they are wanted with a metal detector by security upon entry, and there's no indication from security. They wave them right through, so.
And when you say he's running, you believe he's carrying a weapon simply because he's, just so you can see, he's holding his kind of waist when he's running, right?
Correct. You can also see an object that is concealed in his waistband.
You said it was based on your training and experience that people will hold their waist like that when they're carrying a concealed weapon, correct?
Correct.
Is it when they're carrying a concealed weapons, when they're wearing shorts?
Yeah, in their waistband that has, it's tight like a holster or anything, just loosely in a waistband, yes.
Unholstered weapon.
Correct.
So it's when they're carrying an unholstered weapon that they have their hand there.
Both, it can depend. It's natural tendency based on training experience that when you're running with an object such as a firearm, you're supporting that weapon or object with a hand, because it does have a tendency to bounce around. Even us running with a gun belt, they still bounce around.
When you're running, chasing after someone, and you have a gun on your person, do you hold it?
Me, yes, they do tend to bounce around, especially with all the weight that we have on our equipment.
From that picture is of Mr. Whaley from quite a distance, would you agree?
Are we
Yeah,
talking
sorry.
about
Going
people
back
six?
to-
People six?
Yeah. Going back to the video in. I believe it was 6. Nope. Yes, and 6.
We're talking the, I'm sorry, this
So
one?
not this, the one before this, where you said he's running, and you said that you could see not only because he's holding it, but because you can see the L shape and you can see the black.
Would that be from 4 then, probably?
I think that's some further specific.
This
I
one?
think screenshots of them were different and then it's not in the same spot. Yes,
Well, they're running, he's running back to the car, is that what you're referring to? Oh, okay, yes.
okay. So in 4, in People's Exhibit 4, when you say that, you know, he's running back and that's, you can tell he's not training and experience. You would agree though that that photo of him is from quite a distance on the screen, correct?
Quite a distance is a vague term. I know the camera footage is, the camera's already zoomed in at that point, so it's hard to tell where the position of the actual camera is based on where it's focused, its attention.
So can we get a redefining, when you say distance, from what juxtaposition, Madam Smithson? What juxtaposition are you saying?
How far away is the camera from him? If you know?
Honestly, I do not know. Based on how I don't know how far it's zoomed in at this point, and where it is.
Had you not been looking at all the other videos which showed him up close, if you were only looking at that picture, would you have been able to identify him?
From there, this clip,
Yes.
yes, I would.
Okay. And you would agree that people tuck a lot of things into their waist, let me rephrase, some men tuck a lot of things into their waist, kind of like women tuck things in their bra.
Couldn't say if they do or not.
They might tuck their cell phone, their wallet, their car keys.
Generally, those are in pockets.
You ever seen a car key?
No.
So, I mean, you don't know that that's a gun, right?
Based just on that clip alone, I cannot tell if it is a gun. It's a L-shaped black object that appears to be the form of, based on my training experience, resembling a pistol or handgun. Correct.
And if we would indulge me, we can go back to it for a minute. I just would appreciate you pointing out the L.
Sure.
Or when he's running back.
So this is the handle or magazine, what it appears based on what a handgun would be for being carried concealed in a waistband, and the way he is holding it, it impressions down into an L shape down below his waistband.
Deputy, let me ask you a question. Upon your first viewing of this particular angle in video, were you able to enlarge it, zoom in when you were viewing it in the security office? Just
This
yes
camera,
or no? If you don't
not
recollect
myself,
zoom-
no.
You didn't recollect zooming in on it?
No, I didn't in this
Okay.
security
All right.
clip, no.
Thank you. Anything further from Madam?
So, detective, right?
Yes,
Okay. So, you can actually see the long arm of the L, you're just assuming it's there under the hand, correct?
Just based on the outline impression, it continues down into, through from his waistband down into the interior of his shorts.
And for exhibit number 5, that's the one where you watched this video, I presume, several times, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And you would agree, well, straight that, you testified that you believe Mr. Whaley was carrying throughout the entire video,
Yes.
and that never changes?
Up until he comes back from the grass area, walking back, and then ducks in between those parked vehicles.
When exactly is that then?
If we played, I could give you maybe and it's hard to, unfortunately,
I don't know if we can move that.
yeah,
box,
but
but
it's
if you
right
move
in
it
the area
smaller,
where.
PowerPoint shifts it.
I don't know if you want to look at the 6, maybe that might be. I guess you can still kind of see
Was it?
if you keep. Oh,
For the record, I'm at Ms. Smithson's request, just making the video embed a little bit smaller so that hopefully it can be viewed without that box.
On our screen. Without due respect to Ms. Jefferson.
was that the end of the clip?
Yes.
At that point, all throughout that clip, yes, he still has a firearm on him. I believe to be a firearm.
So you don't think anything changes?
Not in this clip, no.
Okay. And you didn't participate in interviewing my client?
I did not know.
And you did not interview anyone there at UWM about him?
No.
Did you interview anyone in the community about him?
Regarding this incident, no.
Yeah.
No.
Did you have anything else to do with this investigation besides what we've heard with these, reviewing this video footage?
No.
Okay, that was the limitation of your role in this investigation?
Correct. Obtaining the video, assisting detective mounts in that.
Okay. Have you reviewed any of the other electronic discovery?
As far as
Your Honor, I'm going with that.
Yep, I'll strike it.
Thank you. Anything further, Ms. Smith? Anything further for this witness?
I'm sorry.
Anything further on your behalf
No,
of this witness? Madam Counsel,
Yes,
when you
thank
get
you.
to the podium, if you could state your name again, it'd be great.
Yes, Bobby Silver.
Thank you.
So you told us that Mr. Hardiman, when you spoke with him, confirmed that he was hit by a car, is that correct?
yes,
And from the video surveillance, what time was he hit by the car?
I'd have to check back exactly. When if you don't mind.
Okay, well, let me ask you, let's move to a different question, we'll come back to that. As the car that hit Mr. Hardiman was a Malibu, according to your investigation, is that correct?
I believe that's what it was identified by. I don't think I was the one that actually identified that it was.
What time did the Malibu that hit Mr. Hardiman leave the parking lot?
I would again have to check. I'm not the one that did the that part of the report, so
Who is the one that did that part of the report?
Detective Mounts.
I'm sorry?
Detective Mounts.
Okay, so you didn't watch all of the video from the parking lot?
I did. I just can't recall what time that would have been. I'm not the one that actually did the video analysis supplement. Miss Detective Mounts wrote a full video analysis of the footage that was obtained.
Okay, so as we sit here now, you can't answer the question as to what time the Malibu hit Mr. Hardiman.
I would-
Actually, I'm asking Nancy.
I'm just trying to get it straight here.
Well, actually, it's two different questions. First of all, let's break this up. You asked, first of all, you asked, did he observe any video evidence of your client being struck by a car? His answer is no.
No, it's yes. I did.
You did
Yeah.
view some video evidence? of
Yes, that
you
was.
being struck?
Yes, and I said I just have to recollect of what time that was based on the
Okay,
clip.
so you did view it. So what's your next question?
My questions were just confirming that you cannot tell us the time of certain events, the timing of certain.
Well, not certain events, but of your client being hit.
No, I'm gonna ask him the particular events. Correct. First one being the time that the
Well,
Malibu.
let's
hit.
narrow it to the first event, before you say
Okay.
events.
Okay,
Okay, and then
yes,
let's
yes,
move
Judge.
to the next event.
Yes, Judge. So you cannot confirm for us as we sit here today, the time that the Malibu hit Mr. Hardiman.
Ask and answer, next question. Madam,
You are unable to confirm a time for when the Malibu left the parking lot. Would that be accurate?
As of right now, no. I cannot recall exactly when it did.
You did not make the scene, so you don't know what time the first police officers arrived on the scene. Would that be a fair statement?
I've reviewed the reports. There were approximately, I believe our deputies were actually already on scene there doing a security detail. So they were notified when the fight happened, which was approximately 6:30 p.m.
So there were actually officers in that parking lot as well at the time of this incident. Is that a fair statement?
They were in the complex, I believe.
is that so your colleagues were there for part of the graduation security?
Correct.
Thank you. Next question,
You
madam.
also indicated that other colleagues of yours were contacted because there had already been a fight inside the graduation. Is that correct?
I believe that's what the original call was for, yes, that there was a fight.
And so other than deputies that may have been there already for purposes of, securing the graduation ceremony, did other deputies arrive after they were notified about the fight?
I do not know.
Okay.
Yeah.
As it relates to when Mr. Hardiman went into the graduation ceremony, he didn't have that backpack on him, it appears from that video, is that correct?
Correct.
So we can assume, based on what you testified to earlier, as it relates to Mr. Whaley and the security that was taking place, that Mr. Hardiman never.
Based on my observation of it, did not appear so.
Okay. So the total of what you did, as it relates to this investigation, is you went, got this video, watched it, and you're telling us what's in the video that you testified to about today, is that right?
Obtaining the video and interviewing Mr. Hartman, correct.
And as part of the video that you obtained, was there an effort to determine when the Malibu left the parking lot by you, if you recall?
By me, I don't believe so, no.
So you can't tell us whether or not that Malibu was still in the parking lot on scene at the time you claim Mr. Hardiman ran towards another car with a backpack, right?
Okay, stop for a moment. You know what? I don't care how you ask it. It's been asked and answered. He does not know, does not recall. Let's move on, counsel.
This was a different question, Judge. This was a different
Okay,
question.
so say it again, so I can
Okay,
understand
I'll
what
say
you're
it
asking.
again, Judge. I will do that. You testified, sir, that at 6:50:47, Mr. Hardiman got out of the Hyundai, is that correct? With a backpack, is that right?
Correct.
All right, that's what your testimony was on direct, is that correct?
Correct.
Was the Malibu in the parking lot at 6:50:47 when Mr. Mr. Hardiman got out of the hunt.
One moment, if you know, yes or no, do you know?
I don't know at this time.
Next question.
One moment.
You asked Mr. Hardiman some questions when you interrogated him about that backpack, is that correct?
Yes,
And Mr. Hardiman indicated to you that at the time he grabbed that backpack or was handed that backpack, in fact, that's what he told you, right? He told you he was handed the backpack by something from Tom. Is that correct?
I believe so, yes.
Right. And he told you that he didn't know that there was anything in that bag when he was handed the backpack from somebody inside that vehicle. Is that correct?
Correct.
Nothing further. Thank you.
Madam Prosecutor, anything on redirect?
Just for Your Honor.
Thank you.
Okay, Detective Bader, I'm going to start with, you were asked a couple of questions about People's Exhibit 5. Do you recall those by Ms. Smithson, Counsel for Mr. Bailey?
Yes.
I'm going to direct your attention to what was admitted as People's Exhibit 6. You were asked questions about the individual you identified as Mr. Whaley in this video and whether or not he still appeared to be armed in People's 5. I'm going to replay People's Exhibit 6, and I would like you to indicate for us whether or not your view of that changes.
After he reemerges from ducking down in between the vehicles that are parked there in the parking lot, that's when it appears to change. He's freely swinging his arms away from his waistband and walking more casually.
And to be clear, that's based on your training and experience in investigating firearm crimes?
Correct.
Now, I also want to ask you a few questions that you were asked about the Malibu and its location in the parking lot. So I'm going to take you back to People's Exhibit 3. Could you indicate for us, Detective Bader, we saw a video in People's Exhibit 4 of Mr. Hardman and Mr. Whaley at what you indicated was the suspect vehicle. If you're able to, based on your familiarity with the sports complex, would that be to the left, behind, in front of the view that we're looking at here?
The easiest, kind of pointed.
Yes.
This row of parking down here, this is where the Malibu, or I'm sorry, the Hyundai would be parked. So if you continue in a straight line down here, it would probably be somewhere over here in the lower left corner. This is the north-facing side of the complex, referred to as the back side. This direction here is west, to the left side of the screen is east, up to the top would be south, and this would be north.
So is it fair, in simple terms, to indicate that the lane of travel to the furthest right of this video clip equals 3, perpendicular to the path of the Malibu is where that Hyundai was parked?
Yes.
And would that be the same view, sir, that we see here in People's Exhibit 4?
Correct.
Okay. I have no further questions, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you.
Not really touching.
Anything further for Detective Bader before I excuse him? Anything further? Go ahead.
Again, for the record, full stop, 71404, representing Mr. Whaley. Detective Bader, in the video where you were looking at Mr. Whaley's back, scooting between the vehicles, and you said that's where you believe he no longer had the firearm. How can you tell that from someone's back?
Based also on the further evidence that was presented with that report, that is where one of the firearms was recovered.
Had you not read the report and saw that a firearm had been recovered there, would you still have looked at that little snippet of video and thought, I don't believe he's carrying a weapon there anymore?
I mean, based on his actions, the way that he ducks down, to me in my training experience, it would be consistent with someone probably attempting to quickly discard something underneath. It's a quick motion. He's not down there long. And afterwards, he's attempting to walk away as if he's very casual. But when we review video, most of the time, the vast majority, we already have information of why we're looking in that area. So you compound that with all of the evidence and information. So being that that is the same location where I couple that with all the other observations that I had from the security footage, it makes sense.
So it's fair that those other observations, reading the report that there was a weapon recovered from that same area, that affects your view of whether or not you think he's carrying a weapon right there?
Correct. Very rarely, if never at all, do we go and just review footage without having a reason to review footage. And most of the time it's based on either firsthand knowledge of an incident that occurred from someone there, or we're reviewing a report. That's why we're there reviewing the footage in the first place. We know based on reviewing the information that was already collected of what we should be looking for in security footage. Otherwise, we wouldn't have any idea of what to go and pay attention to.
So when you're reviewing security footage or any footage, you're reviewing it very subjectively rather than objectively.
Okay, that's very sustained. Thank you. Anything further? May this witness speak? Thank that excuse, Madam Prosecutor.
Yes.
Ms. Smithson? Madam?
No questions.
Detective, thank you. You may return those exhibits to the prosecutor for me. People, call your next witness.
Thank you. Your Honor, this time the people called Deputy Nino Rodriguez.
Mr. Deputy Bader, can you have him come in?
Thank you, Judge.
Madam, you swear affirm, right hand. You swear affirm to tell the truth and nothing but the truth in this matter?
I do.
Upon being seated comfortably, state and spell your first and last name for the record for me, please.
My first name is Nina, Nynna. My last name is Rodriguez, Rodriguez.
Thank you. Your witness.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Hi.
How are you currently employed?
Oakland County Sheriff's Office, Pontiac Substation.
What's your title?
I'm a deputy.
And Deputy Rodriguez, how long have you been in Oakland County?
I've been for the county about 3 years now. A year on the road.
Have you been in Pontiac the entire time?
Yes.
And during your experience with Oakland County, have you had the opportunity to investigate firearm crimes?
Yes.
Were you working on June 3rd of 2025 this year?
I was.
Were you working with a partner or by yourself?
A partner.
Who was that?
Jake DeRosiers.
Would that be DESROSIERS?
Yes.
And that is Deputy DeRosier?
Yes.
And what was your shift time that day?
1,500 hours to 2,300 hours.
Is it fair to say then, like afternoons? or-
Yep, afternoons.
Okay. Were you at any point during that shift dispatched to the United Wholesale Mortgage Sports Complex?
I was.
And would that have been you and Deputy DeRosiers?
Yes.
Do you know the location of the sports complex?
Yep, South Boulevard, between Updike and Martin Luther King Jr.
And that's in the city of Pontiac.
Sure, yes.
Do you recall what time you received dispatch to head out there?
I don't.
Would it have been at the beginning of your shift, the end, if you know?
The beginning, more beginning than end, yes.
What was the nature of that dispatch?
We were dispatched there for crowd control.
So when you arrived, what's the first thing that you did?
The first thing I did was I made contact with the UWM security, and then from there, they advised me that there were people fighting.
When you say people fighting, would that have been inside of the complex or outside to your knowledge?
Inside.
So based on that information, did you do anything?
Yep, from there, they advised me of who was fighting, and they pointed them out, and then I went and spoke with them.
All right, so when you say they, who are you referring to?
The UWM security.
And so you state that security pointed out individuals involved in the fight. Did you still see them on site?
Yes,
Where were they?
in a gray Dodge vehicle.
When you say Dodge vehicle, are we talking four-door sedan, a truck?
Four-door truck, I believe, to my recollection, I think it's a Dodge Journey or Durango.
Now, you mentioned that you had been dispatched for a fight that occurred at the sports complex and for crowd control. And I want to come back to that Dodge Journey, but did you learn of any other incident that occurred in the parking lot that you investigated?
At that time, no.
And did you at a later time?
Yes.
What did you learn?
We had learned that UWM saw on their security camera footage
And we
that,
object to hearsay.
Can she finish first before you object? I want to hear. Go ahead and answer.
we learned that UWM had camera footage of 4 men with guns, and they were placing them under vehicles.
Okay, not your objection? Counsel?
My objection was that it's hearsay.
Okay, overruled. Going for the, not for the truth of the matter, but for investigatory purposes. And what is any response that this officer make to said information? Continue.
Thank you, Judge. Let's come back to that in a moment, Deputy Rodriguez. You stated that you were pointed out the Dodge Journey. Did you go and speak with any of the occupants of the Dodge Journey?
I did.
All right. Do you recognize any of the individuals that you spoke with in court here today?
I do.
Who would that be, if you know any name?
Jamarian Hardiman.
Could you please identify a piece of clothing he's wearing and where he's seated in the courtroom for the record?
He's wearing a gray shirt, gray pants, and he is seated next to the woman in the green.
Okay, thank you. Let the record reflect that Deputy Rodriguez has identified Mr. Hartman.
Record share reflects said identification.
Now, Deputy Rodriguez, when you spoke to Mr. Hardiman at the scene of the sports complex, do you recall what he was wearing?
I do.
What was he wearing?
He's wearing a white tank top and black shorts.
And did you notice anything else about his physical appearance at that time?
There was blood on his tank top.
Did you ask Mr. Hardiman about the fight or the altercation that had occurred at the sports complex?
I did.
And what did he tell you about that?
He advised me that he was going to the bathroom. The fight occurred outside of the bathroom, and he did not know the person, that it was someone that knew him. He did not want to tell me who the person was, or he said he did not know who it was, and then continued to tell me that they just started fighting. And that,
Oh, I'm
sorry.
to interrupt.
and then security broke it up.
And now, to be clear, are we talking about a fight that occurred inside of the sports complex or outside?
Inside.
Did Mr. Hardiman provide any information about what happened when he came out of the sports complex?
He did. He said he came out of the sports complex and him and the individual started fighting again.
Did Mr. Hardiman tell you what, if anything, happened after that fight?
He then said he was walking and he was hit by a black sedan, but he did not believe it was involved with this fight.
And did you ask Mr. Hardiman if he required any medical attention or any follow-up for being hit by a black sedan?
I did multiple times.
And what did Mr. Hardiman say?
He said no.
All right, at this point in time, did you speak with any other witnesses on scene without telling us what they said?
I did.
And who would that have been?
Jamarian's mother. I can't pronounce her name.
Does Shantanique Burns sound
Yes,
correct?
yes, that's her name.
And for the record, that would be Shantantique Burns, common spelling. While you were speaking with Ms. Burns, did you notice anything about where Mr. Hardiman went to?
I don't recall.
Did you notice anything else at that time about the Dodge Journey?
Yes, there were 3 males that got out of the vehicle and were standing with her while I was speaking with her.
When you say her, do you mean Ms. Burns?
I do,
And do those 3 males include Mr. Hardiman?
yes.
So what did you do with Mr. Hardiman? Did you take him into custody? Did you let him leave?
We let them leave, yeah.
Why was that?
We didn't have anything to detain them for at that time.
Now, you mentioned earlier, and I want to go back, that at some point while you were on scene at the sports complex, you learned that there were firearms involved in this melee. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. When did you learn that as it relates to your conversation with Mr. Hardiman and Ms. Burns?
It was after they had already left the parking lot area.
And when you say they, is that Mr. Burns
All.
or Ms. Burns and Mr. Hardiman?
Yes, all male subjects, 4 male subjects and Miss Burns.
So how did you come to learn about the firearm involvement in the incident at the sports complex?
UWM security, they were going through their security footage and they notified our sergeant that looked like they were putting weapons underneath vehicles.
When you say they, who are you referring to?
I'm referring to Jamarian Hardiman and the other 3 male subjects.
So when you received that information, what did you do next in your investigation?
From that point, me and my partner, Deputy DeRogers, began checking under vehicles.
Where specifically, as it relates to the sports complex, were you checking under vehicles?
The parking lot in the front of the sports complex, when you enter to the right, there's parking lot right there in the front.
I'd like to pull up on the screen here, People's Exhibit 5, already admitted. Deputy Rodriguez, if you could just turn around and look up on the screen there.
Yes,
Do you recognize People's Exhibit 5?
I do.
How do you recognize it?
The area is where we located the weapon.
And before we follow up on that point, is this the same parking lot that you were just describing for us?
It is.
Now, you also gestured up on the screen. Could you please stand up kindly and point out exactly what you were referencing?
Yes, the weapon was found under this vehicle.
Okay. And so for the record, Deputy, it looks like you're gesturing to a vehicle towards the top right corner of the first row against the sidewalk. Is that fair?
Yes.
All right, now you keep saying the weapon. What kind of weapon did you discover?
It was a black 9mm Glock, had an extended magazine on it.
Do you recall what kind of vehicle it was discovered under?
Yes, a silver Chevy Malibu. Chicago plate, I believe.
And you indicated it was a black Glock with an extended magazine. Did you do any checks or did your partner do any checks in your presence of whether or not it was loaded?
I did,
Okay,
yes.
And what did you learn?
I was making the weapon safe, and upon making the weapon safe and manipulating the slide backwards, a round came out of the chamber, which means it was loaded.
And you indicated there was a round in the chamber. Did you do any check of the extended magazine to learn whether or not there were more bullets?
Yes, I removed the magazine prior to doing my manual manipulation of the round.
And was the extended magazine loaded?
It was.
Did you take a photograph of where you found the black Glock before you recovered it?
I did.
I'm going to direct opposing counsel and the court to People's Proposed Exhibit 7. All right, may I approach the witness, Your Honor?
You may.
All right, Deputy, I'm going to ask you to flip through there until you get to People's Proposed 7, if you don't mind. Do you recognize People's Proposed Exhibit 7?
I do.
How do you recognize it?
I took this photo.
And is that a photograph of the firearm you recovered?
It is.
Is it a fair and accurate representation of exactly where you found the Glock on June 3rd, 2025?
It is.
At this time, I would move for the addition of People 7.
And for the record, before we do that, madam, in the photograph, where are you indicating the gun is depicted? Is it under the rear or front wheel, passenger side or driver side?
It was the rear wheel passenger side.
Thank you. All right, you move for submission, Madam Submission? No objection. Madam Counsel? Objection. So admitted number 7.
And may I publish, Your Honor?
You may publish.
Okay, Deputy Rodriguez, I'm going to point you to the screen behind you there with People's Exhibit 7, which would you kindly just gesture for us where in this photograph the block is located?
Right there under the tire.
Let the record reflect that W. Rodriguez has pointed to what appears to be a firearm next to the tire.
And that is the rear passenger side tire for the record, correct?
Correct.
Thank you.
Deputy, did you also take a photograph of the firearm after you removed it from underneath the car?
I did.
I'm going to direct you to People's Proposed Exhibit 8, closing counsel on the bench as well. And do you recognize People's Proposed 8?
I do.
How do you recognize it?
I took this photo.
Is it a photograph of the black 9mm that you recovered?
Yes.
Any objection, Ms. Benson?
No objection.
Madam Counsel for,
No objection.
thank you.
May I publish?
You may publish.
Deputy Rodriguez, again directing you up to the screen there. You stated that you had made the firearm safe. Did you remove the magazine and make the firearm safe before or after taking this photograph?
After.
Thank you. I have no further questions for Deputy Rodriguez.
Thank you. Ms. Benson, your cross if you have any.
Good afternoon, Deputy Rodriguez.
Hi.
My name is Nicole Wilson, 71404. I represent Mr. Whaley. If you have any question, let me rephrase it. If you don't understand a question, you need me to repeat it, let me know if I'm talking too fast. Also, I'm going to usually tell me loud.
Okay.
You said you've been with the department for 3 years and you've been on the road for 1. What were you doing the first 2?
I was in the jail.
And as a road officer, you regularly get to investigate crimes.
Yes.
What time were you dispatched for crowd control?
I don't recall.
Now, when you heard that there had been some report to UWM security about men placing weapons under cars, who did you hear that from?
UWM security.
Directly to you?
No, to my sergeant.
Okay, so then you heard it from your sergeant?
Yes.
Which one?
Romelis, Sergeant Romelis.
Did he tell you directly or over the radio?
Over the radio.
And his exact wording was that paraphrasing, was that UWM had reported that they saw on video 4 individuals placing weapons under cars?
Not exact wording, no.
What? Well,
Why don't you ask her what they said? Oh, you don't want to
no,
know.
no. How long had you been there when you got that message from your sergeant?
I couldn't say for sure how long I had been there.
Roughly.
Maybe 30, 40 minutes, maybe. But that's not something I know.
So after you find the weapon, then what do you do?
After I find this weapon,
Yes.
I took a photo of it. And then after I took a photo of it, I put rubber gloves on and I collected the weapon.
Okay. I asked that for you. The weapon's secure. You've done everything officers need to do when they secure evidence.
Okay.
What was your next task that evening at UWM?
Crowd control.
All right, so you went back to crowd control.
Yes.
How late did you stay at UWM that evening?
I don't recall.
Is it dark out?
I don't recall that.
Was there a point after the gun was recovered where you and probably a dozen or so officers were up by the front of UWM as the graduation ceremony was ending?
Yes.
And is it a fair statement that all of you were just kind of standing there for at least half an hour while people were exiting?
Yes.
And in fact, there was some discussion amongst officers and their confusion of what you were just doing there, standing there. Is that a fair statement?
I don't recall.
But for that, at least first half hour, 40 minutes, when you're all gathered up front, no one's directing anyone to leave, fair?
Yes,
And no one's going into the facility and trying to hurry people up, tell them to get a move on, correct?
I'm going to object to relevance at this point, Your Honor.
Yes. Relevant.
Your Honor, I mean, I could recall her later when it goes to some issues later. The people have also, you know, at the beginning of this case, they're the ones who wanted to go and hold a big press conference and argue what this case was.
Objection.
Stop, wait a minute, let me just hear what she has to say. Go
They
ahead.
wanted to hold a big press conference about what this case was.
Okay.
And then Karen
That
McDonald
doesn't
was
affect
promoted.
That does not affect this court's hearing and whether or not there were elements regarding the charge. I'm gonna ask you to refrain and move on.
Thank you. Then I would like to write, if I'm not gonna be allowed to ask her these questions now.
I don't care about a press conference. If you wanna ask her what investigation, what impact, if anything, did she had on what, if anything, she found, who she spoke with, what, if anything, she observed, and what did she do upon observing anything? That's all I want you to ask her. I don't wanna hear about a press conference. Pre, post, I don't wanna hear about it.
Your Honor, the sheriff's department's behaviors that evening.
Okay, she can't speak for the entire department. You wanna ask what she did?
Okay. The behavior of the officers that.
Ma'am?
Can
Ma'am.
I please make my statement?
Ma'am,
And then you
ma'am, again. They hire thousands and thousands of officers. We're not gonna sit here. It's 3:30 and dictate what an officer number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, who was here, who was there. You wanna ask her what she did and what if anything she did or did not do, observe, hear, taste, or smell on June 3rd, 2025 at the United Wholesale Mortgage.
Did you see other officers asking people to leave?
at one point, yes,
But that was after 30 to 40 minutes.
yes.
Okay. And there was no urgency in any of that, correct, when you and other officers gathered?
She can only speak for herself. She can only speak for herself. Was there any urgency in your movements at that time on the campus?
Not mine, no.
Thank you.
Were there any officers that you're aware of that you could physically see or that you were aware of via radio that were placed on the roof of UWM?
Objection to relevance, Your Honor, if I may.
Go ahead, you may.
We're here, Your Honor, to determine whether or not the elements of carrying a concealed weapon,
Correct.
going armed with unlawful intent, and felony firearm were met. Whether or not there were officers on the roof, whether or not Ms. Smithson thinks there should have been a press conference or not, none of those are elements. And they have nothing to do with the deputy's testimony here today, so I would strongly object.
I agree, sustain. Move on. Next question, Ms. Smith.
1 second. Soccer tryouts were also gonna happen at that facility that evening, correct?
Objection to relevance.
Okay, yes.
Your Honor,
Yes.
for carrying with unlawful intent is a very specific statute with very specific case law. They have to not only show that my client was carrying a weapon, but that he moved it from one place to another and that he had a specific intent with a specific person. It is a specific intent crime.
Ms. Smith, you asking, stop. You're asking for this witness to make a legal conclusion and finding I'm the only one that will do that today. Stay, move on. Next question.
Nothing further.
Thank you. Madam Counsel,
Yes, thank you.
and identify yourself on the record again for this.
I will.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, Deputy. My name is Gabby Silver. So you told us, I think, both on direct and on cross by Ms. Smithson, that you don't recall what time you arrived at the center. Is that right?
I don't.
Is there a way that that is documented somewhere by yourself?
Yep, it's on my report.
Okay, do you have your report that you can refer to refresh your recollection?
I don't. Could I get a copy of my report to refresh my recollection, please?
For the record, Madam Prosecutor, was that tendered to this, to the defense?
Yes, Your Honor, it was, and. for
You
the
want to
record-
direct her to what page of the discovery it is?
Oh, yes, it's
May I approach the witness, please?
Yes, you may.
Thank you. Take a look at that and let me know if that refreshes your recollection in any way as to the time you arrived at the scene on this particular night.
Just read it to yourself. Do not say anything on the record. It's to refresh only.
It does not.
I'm sorry?
It does not.
It's not listed in your report, is that correct?
Correct.
Okay, so let's try number 2. Is there another way to find out what time you arrived on the scene with your partner that night?
If I'd have to go back into like my call notes and see what time we called out by radio.
Okay, so you are able to retrieve that information at some point, is that correct?
Yes.
And is there some reason why it isn't in the report?
Okay, but for record, reports are hearsay, Madam Counsel, so I don't care what is not in a report. It will never be seen by a jury. It will never be seen by me. So let's move on. Let's move on. It is hearsay.
Thank you very much. Do you typically put times in your report as to when you arrive on scene?
I don't typically. Other officers do, but I can't justify what they do.
Were you, the car that you were in, you indicated that you were with a partner, is that right?
Yes.
The road's yours? Did other cars, police vehicles make the scene at around the same time, if you know?
Yes.
How many police cars do you think arrived at around the same time you did?
If you recollect. Hold on for a second. If she recollects, she may or may not. She stuck with her answer. Hold on for a second. Stop. Do you recollect?
I don't.
Thank you. Stuck with her answer. Move on. Next question. Next question.
You indicated that you were given some information by individuals inside the center, is that correct?
Correct.
And you went out and spoke with some individuals in a Dodge Journey, is that right?
Correct.
Did they direct you to the Dodge Journey,
Yes.
the people inside?
Yes.
Okay. Where in relation to the entrance of the building was the Dodge Journey parked at that time?
It was not parked. It was in the parking lot to the right, and it was moving from the back of the building to the front.
Okay, so would that be in an effort to leave the parking lot or headed towards the exit of the parking lot?
I can't say for certain, but I would assume so.
Okay.
We don't want you to assume.
Yeah,
If you don't recollect, you don't
Yeah,
recollect.
I don't know what the vehicle was planning to do.
Thank you.
If the vehicle continued in the path of travel that it was on, would it have been able to exit the parking lot from that path of travel?
Yes.
Thank you. Did you stop the vehicle in some manner to talk to the individuals in it?
I did.
Okay. And you indicated that there was an individual that was driving the car that was a woman, is that correct?
I did.
And Mr. Hardaway, you said, was inside that vehicle too, is that right?
I did.
All right, now, you also told us that you talked to Mr. Hardiman about what was going on, is that right?
I did.
And you told us a lot of things that Mr. Hardiman said, is that correct?
I did.
And one of the things that he also told you was that his friends had called his mother to come and pick him up, is that correct?
Yes.
All right. And that he had lost his phone somehow in the incident, is that correct?
Yes.
Meaning the fight that had taken place inside the building, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now, you told us that after you spoke with Mr. Hardiman, you and the people that were in the car, you made a determination that there was nothing to hold them on, is that correct?
Correct.
And told them they could leave, is that right? Okay, and then did you see them leave the premises?
I did.
And as they left the premises, how long afterwards did you receive further information from people inside the center?
I don't recall.
Okay, but you were intending to remain there anyway for crowd control, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, so did you get a radio call that there was something else to look for?
I did.
Okay, and you indicated on direct, and this is what I think I heard you say, that you got information that the individuals that had been in that, all 4 individuals, you said 4 individuals in the Dodge Journey had been putting evidence under cars. Is that the information that you received?
Yes.
Okay, and it was all 4?
Yes.
And it wasn't specific as to guns, it was just evidence, is that correct?
It's specific to weapons.
Okay, they said weapons.
Yes.
Okay. You found one weapon, right?
I did.
I might have already asked you this, but were you in a marked vehicle?
I was.
You didn't go into lights or sirens, is that correct?
No.
But it was light out still, is that right?
Yes.
Were you the first car to make the scene, if you know?
No, we were not the first car.
Thank you. Anything I redirect, Madam Prosecutor?
No, Your Honor.
May this witness be thanked and excused.
Yes.
Deputy, thank you. You want to give those exhibits back to Madam Prosecutor. Appreciate it. Be careful stepping down. Thank you.
Thank you.
People call your next, oh, go ahead and confer with her.
The people call, okay, the people call Deputy Mike Miller to the stand.
Okay, all right.
Your Honor,
Uh-huh,
could we approach for a second?
sure. Cut your mics, please, media. Oh, sure. Who, you or your client? Oh, sure. Oh, no, you're fine. Oh, you know what? Excuse me, Dave, is the jury room still unlocked?
The one,
This one, mine.
no,
Mine is.
I don't think it's.
Gwen, do you have a key to the jury room?
I have a key. I have to go get it. I have a key.
Go in. Gwen, unlock the jury room for her, please. She's got to go to the jury room. Thank you.
All right, I'm gonna go use the restroom.
You can go to the jury room.
I have to, or Deputy Miller just take the stand.
Yep.
Okay. That's all right, I can talk here.
Okay, that's fine, guys. Bless you. All right, she just wait, she's left the courtroom, she'll be right back.
Oh, okay.
Madam Prosecutor, for the record, call your next witness.
Thank you. Your Honor, the people call Deputy Mike Miller.
Deputy Miller, you swear affirm to tell the truth and nothing but the truth in this matter?
I do.
Okay, please state and spell your first and last name for the record.
Michael Miller, MICHAEL MILLER.
Thank you. Your witness.
Thank you. And I apologize, it's Detective Miller. Detective Miller, how are you currently employed?
Oakland County Sheriff's Office in the Pontiac Detective Bureau,
And how long have you been working for the Oakland County Sheriff's Office?
14 years,
Have you been in Pontiac the entire time?
all but about 2 weeks, yes.
In your experience at the Sheriff's Office and as a detective, have you had the opportunity to investigate firearm crimes?
Yes,
Were you working as a detective on June 3rd of 2025?
I was.
And what shift were you working on that?
Well, I worked my regular day shift in the detective capacity, and then I was working the afternoon shift on the road patrol,
Okay. What time would that afternoon shift have started?
3 p.m.
At some point while you were on road patrol that day, after 3 p.m., were you dispatched to the Giant Wholesale Mortgage Sports Complex?
Yes,
Is that in the city of Pontiac?
it is.
What was the nature of the dispatch?
There was a fight of some sort in the parking lot.
Were you working by yourself or with a partner?
I was alone.
Do you recall what time you were dispatched to or arrived at the sports complex?
It was in the evening. I don't know exactly what time.
When we say evening, if you can give us an approximation, was it 10 p.m., was it 5 p.m.?
I would say somewhere between 7 and 9.
All right, so when you arrived at the sports complex, what did you do first?
I went to the location where I saw just several deputies kind of congregated.
And at that time, what was sort of the nature of the scene?
They had, they were talking to people. I don't know who they were talking to. I got there very late. Everything was sort of already dispersed at the time.
When you say they, are you referring to the other deputies?
The other deputies, yes.
All right, so at some point, did you take any sort of investigative action at the sports complex?
Yes.
What was that?
I responded to information received that objects have been placed underneath cars in the same area that I had initially responded to where the deputies were focused.
Now, you said the same area that you initially responded to. It's my understanding that the sports complex is massive, is that correct?
It is.
So what side or what specific area did you respond to?
It was the southeast corner of the parking lot, just west of the east driveway that runs from the south end of the building to the back of the building on the north.
I'm going to pull up what's already been admitted as People's Exhibit 5, if I could direct your attention behind you there.
Yes.
When you're talking about southeast parking lot, et cetera, do you recognize this lot?
Yes, this is the south parking lot of the building.
Is this the area that you were describing that you responded to?
I believe so. If you come like further this way in the screen, that's where the east parking or the east driveway that goes to the back is.
Okay, so are you indicating when you say this way, coming towards where the bottom of the screen would be?
Yeah, to the left and toward the bottom.
Okay. Now, what information did you receive that caused you to go to that area of the parking lot?
That a multicolored backpack had been placed under a white. Well, there's 2 cars involved. I was told. One was a white Traverse, Chevy Traverse, and then a multicolored backpack had been placed underneath it.
Okay, and were you directed to locate that backpack?
Right.
Okay. Did you go over to the area that was described and attempt to find the backpack?
Yes.
All right. And tell us what you did.
I saw a white Traverse parked. It was pulled facing the sidewalk here, and I just looked under the rear passenger door and saw a multicolored backpack.
Now, we keep saying multicolored backpack. Were you given a photograph or anything more specific at the time that you went to search for the backpack?
No.
All right. And when you say multicolored, can you describe for us what the backpack looked like?
It had just a lot of different colors on it, what appeared to be writing, some pictures. It was a lot of different colors on the backpack.
Where was the backpack located under the Traverse?
It was under the car, under the passenger side rear door.
Did you retrieve the backpack?
I did.
Did you make any observations about it when you retrieved it?
It was very heavy.
And at that point in time, did you open the backpack?
I did.
When you did, what did you find inside?
I found a pink pistol. It's a little bigger than a regular pistol. It was probably about that big. And it had a drum magazine attached to it.
You said hold on, what kind of magazine?
A drum magazine?
Drum, DRUM,
Yes.
record, thank you, go ahead.
Sorry, Judge. Let the record reflect that Detective Miller had his hands about a foot apart when he was describing the size of the firearm.
Record shall reflect.
Detective Miller, could you see the firearm before opening up the backpack?
No.
You indicated there was a drum magazine. Did you make this firearm safe when you collected it?
Yes.
And did you learn whether or not there was any ammunition in that drum magazine?
There was 38 rounds in that magazine.
Was the firearm itself loaded?
Yes, there's one in the chamber.
Now, we've just been calling this a pistol. Did you in fact identify the make and model of this firearm?
Yes, there was a Freedom Ordnance, 9mm.
Did you take a photograph, or were you wearing a body-worn camera at the time that you recovered the multicolored backpack?
The exact time I recovered, I was wearing a camera. Then I later took a picture of it.
Did you take a picture of the backpack and the firearm, or just one or the other?
Both.
I'll direct opposing counsel on the bench to people's proposed exhibit 9 and exhibit 10. Your Honor, may I approach the witness?
You may.
Thank you. Okay, Detective Miller, do you recognize what I just handed you there? It's marked as people's proposed 9, and if you flip the page, people's proposed 10.
Yes.
Let's turn to 9 first. How do you recognize it?
That was the backpack. I was on my hands and knees. I just pulled it from under the car and unzipped it.
And do you recognize 9 as a snip from your body-worn camera?
Yes.
How so?
Just from the angle.
And is that a fair and accurate representation of what you've been describing in terms of the recovery of the backpack?
Yes.
I'll have you turn to people's proposed 10. How do you recognize that?
That I removed the gun from the backpack and took a picture of it.
Is that a fair and accurate representation of the Freedom Ordnance firearm in the backpack that day?
Yes.
Your Honor, this time I'd move to admit equals 9 and 10.
Any objection?
No objection.
Any objection?
No objection.
So admitted 9 and 10.
May I publish?
Move to publish.
Okay, Detective Miller, I'm going to direct you up there on the screen behind you to people's 9. Could you please point for us where you see what you were describing as a drum magazine, if you see it?
It's the cylindrical black object with the red center.
And are you able to see in this snip from your body-worn camera the firearm itself?
Yes.
Can you describe it for us?
It's got a black handle. It's pink body, black
Can you
trigger.
point to us, to it on the screen?
Yes, it's to the left of what I just described as a drum.
I'm going to go to People's Exhibit 10. Do you recognize that photo?
Yes.
And again, could you please identify for us, if you're able to, the drum magazine in this photo?
Thank you. Can you get up and show us on the screen?
So I removed the drum from the gun. This is the drum. This is the gun.
Thank you.
Thank you, Detective. Detective, did you recover any other firearms that day?
I did not.
Did you learn whether or not any of your partners have?
Yes, deputies Rodriguez and DeRozier recovered a pistol several feet to the west of where I was.
When we say several feet, are we talking 1 car length, 4 car lengths, or what's your
I
estimate?
would say probably 6 or 8 car lengths.
Thank you. I have no further questions for Detective Miller.
Madam Counsel.
I have no questions for Detective Miller.
Nor do I.
Thank you. May this witness be thanked and excused?
Yes, thank you, Judge.
Detective Miller, please return the exhibits back to Madam Prosecutor. Thank you for your patience this afternoon, sir. All right. Any further witnesses?
Very briefly, Your Honor, the people would call Deputy Brady.
Deputy, you're gonna have a seat in the brown chair.
Yes.
And Raise your right hand for me. You swear affirm to tell the truth and nothing but the truth in this matter?
Yes, ma'am.
Upon being seated, please state and spell your first and last name for the record.
Sure. First name is Chris, C-H-R-I-S, last name Ramey, R-A-M-E-Y, badge number 3567.
Thank you. Your witness.
Thank you, Judge. Sir, have you been promoted to sergeant?
Not that I know of.
Okay. Are you a deputy? Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. I just want to make sure that we're clear here. Deputy Ramey, how are you currently employed?
With the County of Oakland, I work out of the Pontiac substation.
How long have you been doing that
Law enforcement or with the county?
with the county?
Just about a year and a half,
How long have you been in law enforcement?
almost 14 years.
And were you in Oakland County prior to the sheriff's office, or where were you at?
Chicago Police Department.
Have you had the opportunity in your time in Chicago and with the Oakland County Sheriff's Office to investigate firearm offenses?
Yes,
Were you working on June 3rd, 2025?
I was.
In what capacity?
I was a traffic deputy that day
Were you working with a partner or by yourself?
by myself,
And do you recall what shift time you were working?
afternoons,
What time would that be?
3 p.m. to 11 p.m.
At some point in time, did you receive a dispatch to the United Wholesale Mortgage Sports Complex
Yes,
in the city of Pontiac?
yes.
Do you recall what time you were dispatched over there?
I don't, maybe 5, 6 o'clock, somewhere around there, maybe a little earlier.
What was the nature of the dispatch?
I believe it originally came out as a fight, and UWM security was requiring assistance.
When you arrived on scene, what's the first thing that you did?
I was directed over to a couple other deputies on the east side of the building, trying to investigate this fight and find the subjects involved.
And at some point in time, did you switch over to searching the vehicle that was involved in the case?
Yes, at the very end, hours later. So after the event had finished, I was leaving the lot and I was stopped by one of the UWM security officers. She stated that the Hyundai that the subject had arrived in earlier was still in the parking lot and they wanted it removed.
Okay, I'm going to direct your attention to what's already been admitted as People's Exhibit 2 on the screen behind you. Do you recognize the Hyundai that we just were talking about on the screen there?
Yeah, that appears to be it. I can't see the plate, but that appears to be it.
Would you kindly stand up and point to it? if
Oh,
you
sure.
don't mind?
Absolutely.
Thank you. Okay, and let the record reflect that Deputy Ramey is pointing to the Hyundai that's almost dead center of People's Exhibit 2. Did you conduct a search of that vehicle with anybody else?
Sergeant Ramal's.
Were there any occupants of the Hyundai at that time?
There was none.
What observations about the Hyundai did you make, if any?
I believe the windows were down and it was unsecured, unlocked.
Now, you mentioned that this had come hours later, you've been on scene. Do you recall approximately what time you conducted the search?
I don't. It was a couple hours later after the graduation had been left out.
And at that point in time, when you conducted the search, to the best of your recollection, was there any crowd there from the graduation, any other law enforcement?
No, there were minimal vehicles parked in the lot at that point.
All right, I'd like to ask you specifically whether or not you located any form of identification inside the Hyundai.
Yes,
And who did you locate a identification for?
Mr. Whitley.
When you say Mr. Whaley, are you referring to Davion Whaley?
Yes,
And what form of identification was that?
I believe it's his school ID and his Michigan identification card.
Did you have any contact with Mr. Whaley during the course of the investigation?
I don't believe so.
Right, and so is it fair to say that your only recollection of his name or face would have been from that identification?
Yes.
Right, I have no further questions for Deputy Ramey. Thank you.
Good afternoon.
Hey, how you doing?
Nicole Smithson, 571404, hearing on Mr. Bailey. If you have any questions about my question, just let me know. If you need me to repeat myself, just let me know.
Sure.
So when you say you found a school ID, what kind of school ID was that?
What do you mean, like what school?
That you found a school ID for Mr. Whaley, what kind of school ID?
It was a photo of him with the school name on it and his name on it.
Do you recall what school?
I don't recall what school, but there's a photograph of it.
There's
There was a photograph of
there's
it.
a photograph.
Yeah.
Alright. Are you aware that Mr. Whaley went to online school?
Objection to relevance.
Yeah, what's the relevance of that? Because he found an ID. with your client on it.
Was there any other identifying information for any other individual found in that vehicle?
There was some mail with a couple individuals' names, which was also photographed. Can't really recall anything else, but there were a couple different names that were associated with that vehicle, which was photographed.
So he wasn't the only person. Strike that. He wasn't the only person who had personal identifying information in that vehicle. Fair statement.
Correct. I believe that was the only identification cards in the vehicle, but there, like I said, there was a couple mail items with different names.
And do you recall where his personal identification was actually located in the vehicle?
Yes, I believe that was in the trunk.
Nothing further.
Thank you. Madam Counsel?
No questions.
Thank you. Madam Prosecutor, anything on
No,
redirect?
thank you, Judge.
May this detective be thanked and excused.
Well, I was promoted to sergeant, man.
Oh, Sergeant, okay, I thought you said the I stand corrected.
I don't know about it yet, but thank you.
Thank you.
You guys have a good day.
People, any further witnesses you're arresting for purposes of today?
Your
We
Honor, I
shall
would
continue.
rest for the purposes of today and for the purposes of defendant Hardiman,
Okay,
of course, continuing through stipulation of Mr. Bailey.
and the record shall reflect that with regards to remaining portions of the exam for defendant Whaley, that shall continue Wednesday, August 6th, 2025 at 9 o'clock. Of course, in person, defendant will be brought over from the Oakland County Jail. With regards to Mr. Hardiman, people are requesting a bind over on Mr. Hardiman.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, your bind over arguments, madam.
Thank you. Your Honor, as you heard today, there was a lot of testimony about this incident that occurred on June 3rd, 2025 at the sports complex. There was a graduation ceremony. But what really this all comes down to is the fact that Mr. Hardiman on that day possessed a backpack. Inside of that backpack was an AR-style pistol with a drum magazine. Mr. Hardiman possessed that backpack in a manner in which it was concealed on his person. He also possessed that backpack with the intent to use that firearm unlawfully against somebody else. That's the charge of going armed with unlawful intent. And I want to talk a little bit about what we heard today, the elements of those crimes. So first I have pulled up on the screen here, People's Exhibit 4. And in
Madam?
People's Exhibit 4,
Madam? I've heard everything and I've seen everything. Cut to the chase.
Your Honor, I'll cut to the chase then. Really what this comes down to is Mr. Hardiman had a firearm that was concealed. He retrieved that firearm after he was involved in a fight inside of the sports complex during a graduation and after he was then hit by a vehicle, an incident that he did not want investigated. Your Honor has watched all the videos, you've heard the testimony. After being hit by that vehicle, Mr. Hardiman raced back to the Hyundai. He retrieved that backpack. There is some question about whether he was handed it or he retrieved it. It doesn't matter. The point is, his actions show us what his intent was. He retrieved that backpack. He began looking through the parking lot. He was running back in the direction of that Malibu that hit him. The whole time armed with a firearm, not only armed with a firearm, but with a loaded firearm, and one with 38 rounds inside of it at that. Mr. Hardiman committed the crimes of carrying a concealed weapon, of going armed with unlawful intent, and the attendant felony firearm. I would ask that you bind him over. Thank you.
Madam Counsel for Hardiman.
Yeah, I think I heard a different examination because I didn't hear any evidence about any particular Malibu that was supposedly in the parking lot. I mean, I heard evidence that Mr. Hardiman said that a Malibu had hit him, and he told somebody that he didn't think that it was related to the fight that took place inside. I asked all of the officers, where was the Malibu? When did the Malibu leave the parking lot? There was no testimony about any specific Malibu having been involved in the hitting of Mr. Hardiman. So I'm not clear on how that plays in here. But the important thing is, what the prosecutor said, is that Mr. Hardiman goes and retrieves a weapon, and then if Mr. Hardiman is trying to use a weapon to exact some revenge for getting in a fight inside and for being hit by a car, why is Mr. Hardiman then presumably putting it underneath the vehicle when if this Malibu is there, he could have used it? I mean, none of that really makes any sense. And the fact of the matter is that in order to sustain a charge of carrying a weapon with an unlawful intent, the people have to not only show that Mr. Hardiman was armed with a weapon, which I'll concede for purposes of this argument that at some point he was. However, that at that time he intended to use the weapon unlawfully against someone else. Mr. Hardiman could simply have been doing what people do all the time, which is try to distance themselves from illegal activity such as possessing a gun when a venue is being flooded with various police. So it's really insufficient for the prosecutor to say, well, he's carrying that gun, he must have had unlawful intent. There has to be some specific evidence of that. I think Ms. Smithson said it earlier when she said it's a specific intent crime, So there has to be proof of the intent with which the weapon was carried, not a mere possibility. The fact that there was a loaded weapon present doesn't mean that there was any evidence of an unlawful intent to use it. And for those reasons, I'm not sure that the prosecutor has sustained the burden as to the count of going armed with a firearm or dangerous weapon with unlawful intent, or the felony firearm which falls with it.
Question of fact, most important that the court's going to take judicial notice that, ma'am, your client, if I believe or recollecting, is not even old enough to buy ammunition, let alone a gun here in the state of Michigan. So one can infer from his behavior that he was indeed in possession of a firearm with unlawful intent. And is bound over as charged with regards to Mr. Hardiman in this matter. Bond is continued. I still believe he's an acute and immediate danger to the area community, and I will not reduce the bond. You can take that up with the Sixth Circuit Court with regards to Mr. Whaley. I'll see Mr. Whaley and Ms. Smithson on Wednesday at 9 o'clock. I need everyone to remain still. Do not move until my prisoners have been escorted out the courtroom. Please remove the prisoners. I gave you a call. Court is in recess. Thank you, everyone, for your patience. When I'll lock up. I'll put it back. Yeah, because we have, those courts have disappeared, have become
All right, I think we are ready. Good afternoon, Ms. Rivers. How are you?
Good afternoon, Judge. How are you? And I do like your haircut. It looks very nice.
Yeah, I lost about 4 pounds. Thanks. It'll grow back, most of it. But thank you. So we have our 12:30 is Mr. Comer, and we've got a plea and arraignment and some motions with Mr. Tevis. Mr. Comer is